Hey y'all, today I wanted to come to y'all with a video about 5 things that I learned in the modeling industry since I lived in New York. Keep in mind that these are my experiences and another model could have a different experience than me. And also my camera broke, so I'm actually filming this on my iPhone 7. So this is pretty raw, no makeup. I just really wanted to film this video for y'all because it's something that I've been thinking about in terms of my career. So yeah, I guess we can get right into the video. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about are castings. When I came up here, I thought that I was going to be sent on castings and start getting jobs pretty soon. That wasn't the case. I don't know if that's the case for a lot of models or not, but I have been on a lot of castings. And I moved here in August, and I just booked my first job this week, which it is the end of March. So, I don't know, when I first came up here, I just had a different mindset. Not saying that it's wrong or anything, because I probably was just being impatient, but your book is very important, and you need a very strong book, and clients will want to book you. So yeah. The second thing that I want to bring up are test shoots. Every model has to do test shoots. If you don't know what a test shoot is, it is when you shoot with a photographer solely to help build your portfolio. And they can be very expensive, especially the market that I'm in. I'm in the New York City market, and there's a lot of talented photographers, and of course with talent comes spending a lot of money. But when you are just moving up here, trying to pay for an apartment, going to school, and not booking any jobs, it's kind of hard to pay for that. So that is one thing to keep in mind. The third thing that I want to bring up is how extremely important having a big social media following can help you. I've been to many castings where they ask for your social media handles, and they also simply ask how many followers do you have. And I've been to castings where there have been girls that say they have over 100,000 followers, and then I'm over here with 1,800, and it's a little bit discouraging, but the casting is so you can make an impression in person. But having a big social media following can help you because companies want to book the it girl or person of interest. So that can really help you because you can bring traffic to their company, and it just helps you. But it doesn't like ultimately make the decision. And sometimes castings will say they're looking for models with over a certain amount of followers, and sometimes it doesn't even matter. Also, social media can act as a portfolio because you have your traditional portfolio book that you get, but there have been so many times that models don't even go to agencies and they just get booked because they have so many followers on Instagram. So that's just something to be thinking about when building your modeling career. So the fourth thing that I wanted to bring up is that it is okay to question your agency, but I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I mean you are new to the agency. You're new to modeling, period, and you might not know how things go, or you might not know certain aspects, or you might have a question about your contract, or you might want to go to more castings like this and less castings like that. When I first came up here, I was very timid. I'm not gonna lie, I was very timid in terms of questioning my agency or telling them what I like, what I don't like, and stuff like that. Now I still have a little doubt about that, but you have to remember that you are the boss of your own brand and that they are helping you. They're like the middleman between you and the client. So it's very important. If you don't want work like that, then you have to speak up because they don't know unless you tell them. But you really do have to remember that it's okay because they won't just drop you like this. And that's kind of what I was thinking of when I first came up here. Like, if I tell them this, like, basically, I thought that whatever they say goes. And not saying I would just do anything, but I kind of in the middle of finding like a middle ground where I'm satisfied and they're satisfied as well. And yeah, so that's really, 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 really important. So the last thing that I want to bring up is that making connections is very, very, very important. And I'm not going to speak too much on this one because it speaks for itself, but I just want to bring up this important note that if you make connections with someone, you don't know who their connections are. And you can possibly build with it, like on their connections, if that makes sense. Like, they might know someone who might be interested in doing a test shoot for you, or they might know someone who is a stylist, or they might know a person from a different agency that might be interested in you. You never know. And it's so important. Be friendly, be humble, and talk to people. Exchange social media, you know? Like, that is so important in this industry because you never know when you might need that person. And also, don't be afraid to be a connection for someone else. If someone else needs your help, if someone else is asking you questions, make sure you return the favor. Just make sure you return the favor too, or you do them a favor and they do you a favor later. You just never know. So yeah, that wraps it up, guys. That's 5 things I've learned in the modeling industry. And remember, that is just my experience. If you want a part 2, please let me know. So yeah, thanks, guys.